This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by...
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by... The Ridley Report!
Yeah.
That stood out to me.
Yeah, there were other people that brought that up too, wasn't it?
They say they respect her. They say they're just doing their job when they punish her. But on November 10th, representatives of the Washington, D.C. government will try to hurt Lauren Canario again.
Where are you going?
Taking a walk.
No. You can't go up there. It's not an option.
Stop right now.
In September of 2008, Lauren walked into the federal courthouse in Concord, New Hampshire. She proceeded to walk through it, made it about as far as the nearest step, which would have been about 20 feet, and was promptly seized and cited for disorderly conduct. Authorities then proceeded to arrest her on an unrelated charge connected to civil disobedience activities at an IRS office, where she sat in the office and refused to leave. Anyway, on November 10th, Lauren will be tried for these apparently disorderly conduct charge at the very building she attempted to enter, 55 Pleasant Street, Concord, New Hampshire. I'm scheduling a demonstration to precede the trial or hearing or whatever it is. The demonstration will be starting at 9 a.m. there on November 10th. An hour and a half later, her hearing or trial begins. See calendar.nhfree.com for details. But again, 9 a.m. November 10th. See calendar.nhfree.com. And it's going to be important for liberty lovers to show up in good numbers. We turned out 31 for the last trial of a free stater in federal court. And it's going to be hard to match that number, but we need to do our best. When I was at the federal building about a week ago, this is, by the way, November 7th, 2008, about a week ago, I was at the federal building and was able to talk off camera, at least, with some of the marshals about why they did this. I talked to a marshal who told me, essentially, hey, it's, we're not trying to be vindictive. I asked him if they were being vindictive, in doing this. And he denied that. He seemed to indicate some respect for Lauren, and I went and asked the Chief U.S. Marshal, Stephen Monier, the same question, and he gave me the same answer, although he didn't want to talk about the specifics of any case. He said, well, Lauren's entitled to a hearing, and he seemed to indicate that he likes Lauren and appreciates her, but for some reason, they arrested her. I probably should have asked him what type of message they're trying to send to people who come into the courtroom. But my guess would be they're trying to reestablish some sort of dominance, would be my guess. And of course that could be something that they want to do without necessarily feeling vindictive. But it's important for us to send them a message every time they do that as best we can, that they are helping to grow our movement. We can't make them back down, but what we can do is we can make it so that every attack on us by them is leveraged to our advantage. Also like to point out that Lauren has indicated she wants to make the event fun. She wants to go into the courtroom and put on some sort of colorful presentation in her own defense. But I don't know too many details about that. Again, the important thing is getting as many of our people in there as possible, and that's why I'm putting out this preview video. Go to calendar.nhfree.com and look there for details on all the who, what, where, when, why with this event. Also I'll put a link in the video description for this clip that will take you directly to the discussion of what's about to happen. But again, calendar.nhfree.com is where that discussion is going to be. If you can't be there, the way up at her hearing and get them to go. That may be what I do. I'll be there myself, in the absence of illness or emergencies. But if I weren't, that's probably what I would do. I'd pick up the phone and make a lot of calls. That's one useful thing. It will surprise me if we're able to beat the turnout from last time, but we got to do our best. Another thing that would be real helpful if you can, give someone else a ride. Find someone else that maybe wasn't planning on going and get them in your car. Every attack of this type upon us is an opportunity, so let's take full advantage of this one. It's Dave Ridley about to sign out for RidleyReport.com this November 10th, 2008, but first... first, this is November 7th, 2008. The event is on November 10th. Anyway, first... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this what happens to you when you try to write or distribute a news release?
Then I beg you, end the suffering.
Deploy instead the man who got Mike Fisher's outlaw manicure front page coverage in nearly every New Hampshire media outlet. Unleash the writing force that put the Free State Project on CNN and Russell Canning on the front page of Dig.
You know where to find this force. You are staring at it.
Email it. Email me at RidleyReport.com. And let's get to work.
RidleyReport.com. At news releases, I am the bomb.